where do we start? I mean, look, it's just, I was thinking back the other day to the first Fearless training Christmas party, and something I always wanted to do was create a culture, create a community, without, you guys know, people who've been following me for a while, I don't like a lot of gimmicky things, but it's important to build a culture and a community, and that's the sort of person I am. And the whole ethos behind Fearless Training was to provide a space where people wanted to look and feel better naked, but wanted to achieve more, but also be themselves, like authentically themselves, like whatever that meant to them. So anyway, just being inspired, I guess, by books I read, entrepreneurs, people in my life, I was like, you know what, I want to have something every year where people can come together, celebrate the wins, connect with like-minded people, and just celebrate the simple pleasures. I'm not into getting pissed. Like, I'm not into that. Like, I'm not into taking drugs. I never have, never will. It's not my thing. If you want to do that, that's cool. So a lot of the time, these parties are not like your traditional parties, like soirees or like get-togethers. Like, we still have a great time. Sure, we still drink some alcohol and we eat nice food and whatnot. We're not bloody martyrs or anything, but it's about bringing a like-minded community together. And when you go through life and you're young, oftentimes you're finding your way and you have this feeling where you're like, oh, am I kind of like the only one? And that's not a grandiose, that's not an entitled like, oh, I'm unique or anything. Like, sure, we all are, but it was just about finding like-minded people that shared the same vision or goals, or even had the same values, even if it wasn't the outcome that had to be the same. So it was important to me to kind of have an event where we come together and do this. So the first one we had was a small Asian. Shout out to one of my clients, Stan, who runs 3 restaurants in Robina, which is where the gym, EMF, where I train my one-on-one clients, is. It's in that sort of vicinity. And it was mad Asian. We had about 12 people turn up. I was always in the dichotomy. I'm like, oh, can I pay for everything? Can I not? I'm a generous kind of guy, but I'm like, I didn't really have the money to spend on it. So I was only able to provide some finger food, which is fine. And again, it's not about necessarily spending lots of money. It's about the actual experience and getting the people together. But it's nice to be able to do that. So, I had a handful of my clients, as I said. I had about 12 people turn up. And, we got together and I said a few words, and it was really nice. I thought, wow, I'm in this first 12 months of, really going all in on one-on-one. At this point, I'd probably been coaching people for about 10 years, but, it was coming to Australia, not going all in, having a big fear that, oh, what if I can't make it, or what if I can't pay the bills? And that prevented me from doing the thing. So we did everything else apart from the thing to try and build the thing. If you're following me. So I was chasing all these careers, chasing money, telling myself that I needed to earn money to build this academy to actually then train people online, because I wanted to be the online coach, right? And what I realized after about a decade of making mistakes was training people on the side or half-assing the business was not going to cut it. So therefore, going all in was the last chips in. It was like, no, this is it. If I'm going to do this properly, I have to go all in. So I made a deal with myself and I said, look, if I cannot make this work within 12 months, I should not be doing what I'm doing, and I'll move on. Customer service, I'd always excelled at with communication and people and sales, and I'd learned a lot from some great companies, and I'm eternally grateful for that, whether it's Marriott, Apple, Nike, etc. Sold houses, sold $2 souvenirs. So I learned a lot, but I always wanted to do it my way. And that is a little bit of a, I won't say ego, but it was a little bit childish, but I'm still like that. I always think that I can provide a great experience, and a lot of the companies I worked in, like, oh, why are you guys treating people like this? You can do it better, But that's just because of the culture that they created. But the better companies, as aforementioned, I learned that if you look after your people look after your customers, if you've got that sort of top-down business, and people come back. For me, it was about really looking after the people that helped me get to where I am today, and there's a lot of people, including the man behind the camera, and also the clients as well, the clients that you work with. Without them, you are nothing. You might hear a lot of artists say, like, oh, I really thank my fans because without them, I'm nothing, and it's true. Like, for example, if we all decided that no one cared about Brad Pitt and no one liked him, and you might not, you might do, but he wouldn't be famous. It's a very interesting dynamic how we create social proof and how things are actually born into success. So I always wanted to make sure I was providing first-class service. And just being able to do that, and then, you know, having that, going all in and giving it 12 months and then actually really excelling, and it gave me the confidence and the belief from the feedback and the results that, hey, this is what I'm meant to be doing. Like, I'm meant to be helping people, and it's just skyrocketed from there. You know, we went next Christmas party and it like doubled in size, and it's not always about necessarily getting more people, but it's about creating a better experience and making more of an impact, and, you know, impacting as many people's lives as I can, and that's limited with one-on-one. So not only from then the online, but then creating the app, you know, and having the YouTube channel, having the podcast platform, speaking to hundreds of guests, people that I looked up to and idolized because they were real people, again, passionate about what they did, who were creating a really positive impact. And I just wanted to add to that and share that. And here we are now. Super grateful. Penthouse, casino, thanks to, again, my clients, the people around me, you know, my mum and dad, beautiful girlfriend that I have now, which again still kind of is a bit new to me. For those of you who know me, been single for a long time and biding my time, and again, learning, observing. So yeah, we've come a long way, and it's cool to just kind of sit back and observe. And again, you know, I know I'm rambling on, but I just want to share kind of my experience, my journey. And it's good to, you know, look back and see where you come from. And if you're in a position with business, or whether it's your health and fitness journey or anything else, you know, sometimes you got to stop and think, you know, like, where am I at? Where have I been? How did I get there? It's the little things, you know, because time is limited and it's finite, and I don't want to get too philosophical on you. I know you're like, shut up, get on with the vlog. But it is important to just take a second, reflect, because it all happens so fast. I mean, this 5 years, you know, we had COVID and all that. So, yeah, we're here tonight. We're able to celebrate with some beautiful people, beautiful souls. And again, I'm super grateful, because without them, this doesn't work. It's a two-way street. So it's a chance to, yeah, just be grateful, enjoy the moment, take 5, get out of the PT top, which I will soon, and spend some quality time with my clients outside of the weight room, outside of a nutrition conversation. Although, you know, I love that, guys. And enjoy some beautiful food. So it's gonna be good. I hope you guys have been enjoying the vlog so far. You know, if you love or you appreciate what I do and you find value in it, as always, you know, just share it around. That's all I ask. You know, I'm not here trying to tell you guys anything. I'm just trying to make a positive impact. You know, if someone was asked me, they get in an elevator, they say, hey Alex, what do you do? I say to people, I help people look and feel better naked. And, you know, I do that through the medium of training nutrition. And it's me communicating the factual knowledge that I've learned from some amazing minds and a lot of experience and a lot of mistakes to actually give back. So there's no secrets in any of it. And if you are in a place where you're soul searching, then I would say the way forward is to identify what gets you excited and what you always go back to and that you love. And if you can find a way to monetize that and solve people's problems within that sphere, whether that's marketing, whether that's origami, believe it or not, you'd be surprised. Creative design, there's everything, whether it's real estate, helping people gain homes, you can create a career out of it. And that's the thing that prevented me from going the whole time. So I was doing everything else but the thing that was staring me in the face, which I was doing and trying to always get back to. So sometimes it's hidden in plain sight. Anyway, I've rambled enough. I appreciate your support. Even if you're a subscriber, whether you're a client watching, whoever you are, I really appreciate it. And once again, if you did find some value in that, guys, please, again, share it on with someone, whether it's someone who needs to hear it, whether it's a friend, whether it's someone that's close to you that you think it will help. I really appreciate it. Again, if we share the knowledge, we're all doing better together. And of course, if you've got any questions or queries, I'm a real person. We'll get back to all the messages. So send me a comment, send me a DM if you're watching on Instagram. If it's a reel, it's a clip, it's on YouTube, you know the story. And until the next video, as always, stay fearless.